Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to take you through the Sketch workspace of Fusion 360, which is where we will begin our product design journey. Sketching is the base of any of the design. When you first open Fusion 360, you are brought to the Home tab. To activate the Sketch workspace, you can create the sketch from top of the toolbar, and you can also right click on any of this plane and you can create the sketch. If these planes are not visible to you, you can simply click on the I button over here to unhide the planes. So let's dive into the Sketch workspace. Select any of the planes over here. There are different tools for the Sketch workspace at the top of the toolbar, where you can find the function for creating the sketch, modifying the sketch, and applying the constraints between the sketches. Let's start understand the basic sketch command one by one. First command in the Sketch workspace is the line command. You can create different type of lines from the line command. And you can create different type of shapes by joining the line command. Second sketch command is the rectangle command. You can create three different type of rectangles from this command. First one is the 2-point rectangle. So you can create the rectangle from the corner of this point. Like if you want to create the rectangle from the corner of any of the rectangular point, then you can use the 2-point rectangle. Next one is the 3-point rectangle. So if you want to create the rectangle on any particular line, like if the line is at the angle and you want to create the rectangle parallel to this line, then you can use the 3-point rectangle. So if the line is like something like that and you want to create the parallel rectangle from this line, then you can use the 3-point rectangle. Third one is the center rectangle. So rectangle will be creating from the center. Once you select the rectangle over here, you can also switch to any of the rectangular type from over here. Like I selected the 2-point rectangle, but I want to create the center rectangle now, then you can simply select over here and it will create the rectangle from the center. If I select 2-point rectangle, it will create the 2-point rectangle from the corner. You can simply exit from any of the command by clicking the escape button. Next one is the circle command. So you can create different 5 type of circles. First one is the center diameter. So circle will be created from the center of the origin. Second one is the 2-point circle. So if you have 2 points in the line, like if you have 2 points and you want to create the circles from that 2 points, then you can use the 2-point circle. Define the first point, the second point, the circle will be created. Same way, if you have 3 points, then you can create the circle from that 3 different points. Like I have 3 different points now, 1, 2 and 3. So if I want to create the circles passing from all 3 points, then I can choose the 3-point circle. First point, second point and the third point. So circle will be passing from all 3 points. Fourth one is the tangent circle. So for the tangent circle, we will need some perpendicular lines, or you can draw some perpendicular lines. So if we select the tangent circle over here and we select the 2 lines, first line and the second lines, then circle will be tangent to the both of the lines. Similar way, this is a 3 tangent circle. So you need to select the 3 lines, first line, second line and the third line. So circle will be tangent to all 3 lines. first line, second line, the third line. Next command is the arc command. You can create 3 different type of arcs. First is the 3-point arc. You can create the arc from different 3 points. Like you need to define the start point, second point and the end point. So if you have some lines like this and you want to create the arc passing from all 3 points, you can use the 3-arc command. First point, second point and third point. Second is the center point arc. So if you want to do the arc on the circular periphery, you can select the center arc command. First you need to define the center point of the arc. After that you can create the arc on the circular periphery. Third one is the tangent arc. So this arc will be tangent to any of the lines selected. Like if I select this line and the end point of this line, then this arc will be the tangential to this line. If I created this line, use the arc command, I select the end point, then this arc will be tangential to the line. Next command is the polygon command. So first is the circumscribe polygon. First we need to define the center point. After that we can define the dimension 500 mm, and once we click the tab button, then it will go into that 6 part. So if I write down 3, then it will create the triangle for me. If I write down 5, then it will create pentagon for me. If I write down 8, it will create hexagon for me. Similar way, you can make the inscribe polygon. First need to define the center point. After that define the dimension. After clicking on the tab, we will create the hexagon, triangle, pentagon, whatever number we will write, it will make it out for us. So let's write 6, make it hexagon. So main difference between both of this polygon is that for the circumscribe polygon, the dimension is starting from center point to the side of the polygon holes, and for inscribe polygon, dimension is starting from center of the point to the corner of 2 lines. Third is the edge polygon. So if we need to create some shapes like honeycomb, then we can create it from the edge polygon. It will start creating the polygon from the edge. You just need to define the 2 points and it will create automatically polygons for you. And if you want to change the polygon, then you can simply write it over here 3 and it will create the triangle for you. Next command is the ellipse command. You can create the ellipse by defining the center point of the ellipse, start point and the end point. Next command is the slot command. You can create different type of slot from that command. First is the center to center slot command. So in this command you need to define 2 points, first point and the second point, and the slot will be created from that both points. Second one is the overall slot. So the slot will be created from the start to end point. So slot is created from overall length. Third is center point slot. So in this slot you need to define the center point and the end point. Center point, the end point, and the slot will be created. Fourth one is the 3-point arc slot. So if you have any 3 points defined, like I need to make the slot on passing from that 3 points, then I can use the 3-point arc slot. So you need to define the first point, second point and the third point, and arc will be created from passing that 3 points. Similar way, if you need to draw the arc on the circular periphery, then you can use the 5th one, center point arc slot. First need to define the center point. After that you need to define the radius or diameter, and on top of that radius or diameter you can create the arc or slot. first need to define the center. After that, let's decide the radius of that, and we can create the arc slot. Next command is the spline command. You can create different type of splines from that command. Similar way, the control point spline. The next command is the conic curve. You can create conic curve from using that command. Point command. You can make the points using that command. So if you want to put your point on the center of that slot, you can use the point command. Like I want to put the point or the center or the side, I can use the point command. The next command is the text command. You can create the text from that command. To write over here, you can change the font type. You can add or subtract the height. Okay, the text is ready. The next command is the mirror command. Mirror command mirrors the sketch about the selected sketch line. So let's create some basic shape. Let's draw the mirror line. Now select the mirror command. So first select the objects that need to be mirror. By clicking Ctrl, you can select all the objects. Now you need to select the mirror line, middle, and it will mirror the object from this side. If you draw the mirror line over here, you hit the mirror command, select the object. You can also select all objects by drawing the rectangular over the shape. So it will select all the lines. Select the mirror lines and it will mirror the line, mirror that sketch above that selected line. Similar way, if you draw the inclined line at the angle, let's delete that as well. So it will also mirror that specific object to a selected line. Select. This line is also selected over here. So let's first select the object, select the mirror line, and the subject is mirrored against this line. Next command is the circular pattern. So you can create circular pattern around any center point from this function. Let's create some round over here. Let's create some polygon shape on the periphery of that round. If I want to make that pentagon around this whole round, then I can use the circular pattern. I create circular pattern, select the object. This object I need over this rounder periphery. Select the center point. How many quantity I need? Let's say I need 15 quantity. So 15 rounds will be over here. So if I don't need the full round, I only need to cover the partial round like 180 degree, then I also do, and quantity will be 7 only. So that also can be done. Like you can select the degree of angle and you can also select the number. This is symmetric. So if you need the 120 degree, then it will be like this, and hit enter. If you want to make the area of any particular sketch, then you can use the rectangular pattern. So let's draw some shape. If I want to make the area of this rectangle, then I can use the rectangular pattern. So select rectangular pattern, select the object. Now you can drag that in the X and Y direction to create the rectangular array. So in this direction I need 1000 mm and I need 5 rectangles. In this direction I need 10 rectangles and the distance will be 1500. So it will create a rectangular array for me. There are some advanced sketching options that I will explain later on. Last command is the sketch dimension. So if you want to give the dimension of any sketch, you can use the sketch dimension command. Let's take it on the top of the toolbar. It's already there, yes. So select that head, need to give the dimension, and if I also want to change that dimension, I can change it from over there also. So change in all. I need to give the dimension to this rectangle, this circle, say 950. It's modified. Similarly, I need to define the dimension between these 2 points. It's 2000. It will automatically modify. Similarly, if I want to know the dimension of this line, then I can select over here. The dimension is over. If you hit the enter, it will show the dimension. And if you want to edit the dimension, you just need to double click on the dimension. 750. The sketch will be modified. In this video, I explain all the basic 2D sketching command which will be useful to create 3D CAD models later on. In next video, I will brief about the how to modify these sketches and brief about the constraints.